will be setting. Well, he did lots of little wee cross-wiring leaves yesterday that were, you know.
So I've got to try and do a little bit of jiggery pokery on
Interesting
these.
to watch.
It's a very strange spreadsheet that we have here to fill these in, but I'm doing my best.
We're doing 9s instead of 4Bs.
No, we will be doing a 4B. Let me just... Thank you for that. And that is 2. I think that might be right now.
Well done.
I think.
That's a nice shot from it. He's still pursuing the cross peg leaves more than the standard diagonal spreads.
I don't know how quickly we can move between the lawns, but something exciting is about to happen on 3, which is that Matt will be attempting a peel of 4-back whilst using the escape ball as the pioneer for 2-back. And I think given the fact that Reg will take a while to get out and play his leave shot, that might be something worth seeing.
And by the looking at Edward's body language where he's rushing to that black and blue, it might be quite well wide.
So Alex, if we could pop to 3, that'd be good. Yeah. So we're just leaving the Ed Bamford game and coming to see Matthew, who's going to attempt to peel 4-back whilst going to that black ball. Oh no, he's not. No, he's not. Turned it down. Okay,
that's right. He's
so
just
got
to navigate this rush past the peg,
yeah,
and he's
so we'll just check out this rush,
safe break,
and then we will have an opportunity to go.
And that's a good shot.
And that's a good shot.
That's a great shot.
So if we could go back to lawn 4. Then we will get to see Reg come out after his customary sip of water. Come out to survey the scene.
And again, Matthew's in a position where the leave is the top priority.
Yeah. Unless he tries the straight triple.
Yeah.
Peter's thrown his glasses down onto the table in
No,
disgust
I
at
haven't.
my suggestion.
No, I'm lost for some words what to say, Gareth. Well, I mean, we did see Matthew possibly set for a straight the other day, but
anyway, Reg is very quickly picked up the blue ball.
The capabilities of Matthew, that is, yes, it is possible, but it's,
so Reg, by his standards, quick out of the blocks to pick up the blue and place it along that line, in line with the centre of the furniture.
Shooting it red and yellow, slightly shorter shot than down from B-Balk, but I think that also the Reg's warm-up showed that the shot from B-Balk is quite curly. You can't trust it, especially the pace that Reg only shoots at. There'll be a lot of movement on the shot, so the short shot makes sense. His opponent is very high percentage tripling, so the delayed versus the standard isn't a great deal difference for Edward Wilson. So Reg will be standing there for the 2 minutes, and then he'll pick his mallet up again. And be expecting to hit this one.
Total concentration. Is he talking to the balls, do you think, at this stage? Is
Oh,
he willing them?
I have
Is he-
no idea.
yeah,
It'd be good to, you can interview Reg at the end of the
Reg
game.
afterwards,
What was the difference
yeah.
between what was going through your mind up there at the 8 or 9 yarder versus this 17 odd yarder?
Okay, the mallet starts to swing. Momentum is put into the mallet. It'll be grounded, be taken back, and hit in the direction of Edwards. Yellow and red ball. And he misses. So Edward will
Two in
have
a
a
row for each.
Yep. Edward will have a
Okay,
chance
yeah.
to come on and do
keep
what
the
he
match
does
alive.
best.
Yep. Yeah, that's good.
Keep the match alive.
Worked his way back in the match with a good tight break and a good leave. What he was required to do, and it's
Yeah, so I'm just going to have a few minutes break while Kerry Ann will reprise her expert commentary.
hello, Kerry Ann. Good to have you back.
Thank you. Hello, everyone.
So on lawn 4, you've been watching out on the balcony, have you? So
Yes,
you know
I have.
You're up
Yep.
to date with everything. So we'll watch Edward get this break established, and then we'll maybe get the cameras to switch over to lawn 3 in 4 or 5 minutes' time, and we'll watch Matthew set his leave.
So we just had a nice rush in lawn. Just going to send red up to 2, getting a rush on black to 1.
We're sitting quite a fair way away from here, Kerry Ann, but the lawns look quite slippery watching from here. The ball look like they're
Yeah.
racing along and swirling just a little bit, tailing away at the end of each shot. So I take it it's
Yes, they are
picked
slippery.
up in pace.
It's a nice sunny day, so they are drying
Yeah,
out.
drying out with a bit of wind. Yeah.
So it's got in front of 1, which is a nice hoop approach
Yep.
position.
And nice and straight. Some of those longest rushes to hoop 1 on some of these courts, you know, you can be having east or west hoop approaches, and it tears everybody out. This is approaching from due south's always good. Yeah, nothing out of kilter here. So maybe if we can get cameras switched over to lawn 3. There we are. I know, I was still on lawn 4. And you've had a pretty good Worlds for your first up Worlds.
Thank you. My first Worlds,
Okay.
yes.
You were-
Came through the qualifiers.
Yeah, and then with the star of the plate on the opening days, winning the matches.
So yes, almost 2 weeks of croquet for me.
Yes, yes. What's the game count? What number of games are you up to?
Oh, so there was 8 in the qualifiers, which
Yep,
I won
yep.
6 of.
Yep.
Then there was, 9 in
9
the
on the
plate,
block.
in the
Yep.
block,
Yep.
sorry, the block for the Worlds, which I won 3, which was, for me,
Yep.
fantastic. And so what's that?
17.
And then there was another 4 in the block
Yep.
plate.
So 21.
And then the 2 in the
Knockout.
knockout.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
23.
There you
Yes,
go.
Yeah, there we are.
I got my money's worth.
Yeah, you got your money's worth. There's plenty of good scalps in the 23.
So nice rush on black into Rover.
Yeah.
So he didn't have a look at the triple, or wasn't any position
Well,
to do so?
yeah, he did. He set it up nicely for a peel going to one back, but he didn't get the red ball through hoops. So
Okay.
paid to that. And then he set it. He looked like he was setting it peel four back with a rush to two back, but not sure the reasons why. But he turned down the peel attempt. I think kind of like the croquet shot in front of him, and he had a change of mind and thought, look, let's just get this break to the peg and not hand the balls over. So, you've got a different train of thought and decision what to do, and if you're not handing the balls over, you're usually in a good position.
And what do you think about this sleeve coming up?
I mean,
Looks a bit
you're
loose
sitting
at
in
the
the
moment.
commentary box and you don't want to be critical wherever it plays,
No.
because
No.
they're the ones in the semi-final
course.
doing it better than everybody else.
Yes.
But if there's anything, is Matthew sometimes gives a little bit shorter than the perfect distance leave, and they could be 15 yards sometimes to 13 yards rather than the 17 to 19 yard shot.
Okay, yes.
And he kind of deliberately set this one against Felix yesterday, and he also had a bit of control where he could have made it a tighter diagonal and made the distances right, but he seemed quite happy to come down there and test the opponent out on the 14 yarder. And even from black where it lay, Robert obviously wants to play with the blue ball, so it's only going to be about 14 to 14 and a half yards from A-Balk, and
So everything's open?
yeah, look, I think it's ultra important getting the distances right on the leaves in these big time matches, and but Felix did miss yesterday when she did this. So Robert still has to hit it. Oh, I'm not sure what's Edward got here. Has he got some on lawn 4? Edward's up to hoop 3, getting Peely into position, and he's got to play a delicate croquet stroke, which he does. He achieves the rush to hoop 3 with the black ball, but he didn't get the Peely into position, so that little bit of hamperedness around hoop 6 didn't allow him to get over the shot as much as he liked, I think, and so the red's not really into peeling position, but he's got a nice load down at hoop 4, so he'll be able to restore this and
Ball movements. Yep.
get a peeling position going to hoops. That's most likely. Roberts picked up his black ball and wandered down to A-Balk. And he has about maybe a 15 yarder.
Yes, that's one thing I've learned is if they've got a certain break ahead, you might as well take the short shot.
Oh, yep.
Increase your chances of hitting.
Yep. Well, especially at Kenley as well. B-Balk shots notoriously drifting towards the boundary all the time, so these shots from A-Balk certainly feel more comfortable. Well, that's good camera work. Look at that. You're going to see this blue ball right on the line to the yellow.
Stalking's very important, getting everything straight.
There's the traditional Robert lean. It's not as pronounced as it used to be.
Oh,
And slides past.
Matthew with a hand in his pocket and a bit of a swagger.
Yeah, he's, the black's a great ball now to finish this turn. Oh well, and cameras do need to stay on Matthew to see the shots to close us out. But over on lawn 4, Edward couldn't have the balls more tightly as pioneers at hoop 5 and 4 back. He cuts the blue nicely up to be a reception ball and he peels red at 4 back, rushing to 6. It's a nice tight shot from Matthew.
Nice rush into the hoop. Do you reckon the nerves are kicking in?
With Matthew?
Oh, just generally?
No, I thought he might have been, he was edgy in big matches at the start, but he seems to get over it really quick, and he been handed a lunch order here ever. No, it's a question from a viewer, and no, but I can swear if you like, but I don't know if they've got the mute button there.
So this is just a 3-ball break to the peg.
It is,
yeah.
and for a little bit of, just we're talking some of the comments that came earlier, about it becomes a shooting contest on these lawns, but there's a little bit more in the lawns than just a shooting contest, and discussing that tactics are a big part of it, and just a simple tactic of like Matthew turning down the scratchy attempt at a triple versus just holding onto the balls and not making an error is a tactical choice, and he doesn't know Robert's going to miss, but the tactical choice of making a break and setting a leave at a position when the match is at 1-1, and so it's not a match winning or a match losing situation tactic. Yep. He's got to choose, but he chooses one that keeps him in a good frame of mind. You don't want to be walking off that lawn thinking, I've handed the balls over again and now I'm 2-1 down, and you're second guessing it. So,
and as you just said, in a match situation compared to a single game, there's a different tactics come involved.
Yeah. And
depending if you're game 1, game 2, game 3.
Don't want to use the word aggressive, but Matt plays a pretty forward game and takes as many opportunities as he can, and so for him to make the decision, I'm just dialing this turn back a bit and getting to the peg, I think it's been quite a smart line of play by Matthew. And he's been around a while, but it was a good mature bit of play. We think you're playing Robert Fletcher, you got to do big stuff all the time, but at just the right time, the right moment to choose to do what he's done, I think it's a good round of applause.
So a nice rush to the peg, but not on the peg.
Yes, I haven't seen any grievances this week. I've seen plenty of missed peg outs, including many by myself, but grievance has been avoided. Yeah, well done, Matthew.
Well done.
Yeah, taking a 2-1 lead into the match as well. If we can spin the cameras around to lawn 4, we've got some sort of action up at 4 back with Edward. He's getting something done to the lawn or the balls or the hoop or something. He might have been an old hoop hole or something there, Kieran.
Oh, okay, yep.
You got quite an angly
Attempted
peel,
appeal.
yeah. So, just got another question.
No, it actually works better when there's an expert and a less expert.
You missed that interaction between the commentators. That was, we could have had a moment in the commentary box.
Oh, nice peel. Well done.
Yeah, now, while I've been talking that dribbler stuff, we missed the great peel from Edward. It was quite an acute angle, Kieran.
It was, but it went through nicely.
Yeah. He's got a little bit of cut on this rush. This is Edward's strength. He can play these shots smooth, hit any side of the ball at will, and play it with nice power. Let's hit this one.
And a nice swing.
Yeah.
Nice approach to 6. And all the way to the north
All the way
boundary.
through to hoop 6.
Yep.
To the boundary.
Did you see that hoop jump a little?
Yeah, a bit of movement there. No, they're not taking any chances when you get these angles. Been a few errors when that's on the lawless hoop set, so Edward takes a line of players, I'm making sure I get through this and I'll back myself to hit some sort of return roquet.
Oh, and misses.
And he misses, shooting at his peely just north of 4-back, and I think it was like one of those ones you can't believe he's missed. It looks like he just, aims at a bit of a double with the hoop leg and the red, and
Yep.
and it's we had action replay last time, Gareth. How did you do that, or did you, when we did the action replay of the missed hoop? Yeah, if we can see Edward's shot again at that ball, I'd like to see where it missed and what happened to it as it missed. I mean, Red's got an important roquet to hit, but it's only 5 yards. So.
Yeah.
And if he does his 2-minute warm-up, we've got the time to see the action replay.
Well, untimed matches.
Yeah.
You might as well take your time over a shot.
No, it's a good
I know.
Red. It's the 2-minute warm-up's a good thing. It's just
But his approach and warm-up is exactly the same for
yep.
any shot. Does look quite funny though. There you go.
yeah. I just see how much it missed by.
Okay, so we've got an action replay of Ed coming up.
Very good. There it is.
So
We shouldn't really be showing action replays of errors. We're not showing action replay of the good stuff. But, yeah.
oh gosh.
Sorry? We'll watch. While the cameras are there, we'll watch Reg hit this blue onto the plate. And nice controlled pace. And he doesn't have to do much more work to get the break going. It's a nice rush into hoop 2, really.
And then he's got the red
He's
already
got the
at
red
3.
already at 3.
Yep. So we've got an action replay coming up from Ed's missed shot. Soon, anyway.
It is this shot.
Slight angle.
Slight angle. But again, he's got the luxury, seeing it's hoop 2, he can go to the boundary on the run, so just get the pace nice and smooth.
There you go.
Here it
there's
is.
replay.
Sorry, Edward, to put you through this again, but I was watching it on the lawn in real time, but I never saw it close up. Yep, it's very good. And we got the replay words in the corner. Well,
Didn't miss by much.
no, you can't believe it, can you?
No.
Thank you, cameraman.
Oh, we're going to put him through the third time. Oh. That's just torture.
Yeah. Sorry, we're making a compilation of this now, Edward. We can go back
Yeah,
to
that's
live.
enough torture.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
no,
there we
go. We got the reversing ball. Actually, that was a good
That's
shot.
funny.
There, I saw exactly what happened.
There we go. Back on Reg.
So Reg has made 3.
Actually, when we were at the
He's made hoop 2, Rocade his receiver ball. And
2017 Mac, Chris Clark was doing a lot of
Ooh.
filming, and then he did editing, but he did it so you could watch the match in quite a short amount of time, so everything was sped up. It looked like a Benny Hill match, a bit like that reversing ball. The players all rushing around the court and the balls were racing.
Reg has just tried to load his partner ball to 3 and it's actually hit the peg. So the peg's come into play again.
Oh, loading to 4, going to
Yeah.
3, yeah. See, yeah.
Yeah.
So the black's popped out mid-court, yeah.
Just run that hoop nice and smooth.
Yeah.
The whole team doing somebody on scores. Suddenly it's all a lot easier.
We'll probably get to see, as the camera now will move about, we'll see this black ball in the mid-court area. So he does need to still play a good croquet stroke, because he needs to get some sort of shot on this black towards the yellow ball or black towards the hoop. But it requires a bit of attention.
Well, I say, what, a good croquet stroke can get you out of trouble and
Oh yeah,
get your
yeah,
break
very
going.
much so.
Yep. So he'll be loading this to 5, going to black.
He'll be playing this going to 5, going to the west to black, yeah. But Reg is one of these players that has everything. He has perfect single ball shots and immaculate croquet strokes.
And blue's just gone a little bit too far.
Yeah, he can rush it north of the yellow ball on the boundary, and he's got plenty of room to
Kick it back in.
kick it back in and
Yep.
get behind the yellow. So it's better than the rush facing probably south yellow. Yeah, no, that's not too bad. Put a little bit of cut and control it. That's a good shot.
You can see the flags in the background. There's a little bit of wind out
Yeah,
there.
there is. Yeah. Matthew and Robert are having a little bit of a break. Take us past lunchtime, but they might stop. Got a time?
Just 1:04.
1:04. Yeah, both of them walking down to the end of A book, so it looks like they're going to start game 4. It's good. Well, good for the spectators. We don't have to watch the opening of. Yeah. Then Reg just make the break of 9 because he's got it under control. Yeah. So yeah, we get the cameras and we'll see the opening. Cameras back onto lawn 3. I can't remember the sequence of who's won the toss of game 4. Robert put super shot in game 1, didn't he? So that. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
Certainly both players are. Oh, I had to get the ball. I had to go and retrieve the ball from the referee. I think probably they'd use it to set the hoops.
well, shouldn't be because each lawn's got a designated largest ball, and highly unlikely it's the same ball as lawn 3 as lawn 12.
All right, so we're back on lawn 3 with Matthew hitting in. Looks like he's putting the super shot in.
Yep.
And
It's a little bit longer than the other ones that have been played.
yep.
So what you guess here is his response, Kieran?
Would he go mirror it on the other side?
Yeah,
Or
Robert likes to change this up, and he's been going optimum distance.
Optimum
Matthew's
distance,
been
yep.
hitting. Seeing Matthew has pushed this up a little bit further north. He may let just to mirror it, like
Yeah.
wing it out to,
on the other
as
side.
long as it's no shorter than what the blue ball is. And it's a bit of a risk always because Matthew's a good shot, and certainly if Matthew hits it, it's a break made. So he's
Corner 2, you reckon?
no, I don't think
No?
you'll give him the 13 yard. I think you'll either stay optimum or do some sort of other ball. In field as well, where Matthew's forced to shoot, firm. Oh, you could be dead right here, and he's looking over at corner 2 area, isn't he?
Body language suggests
Maybe
that.
it's optimum distance on western boundary.
Oh, no. Oh, maybe. So we're just outside 2, is it?
No,
Or in the
he's
corner.
coming, going to give Matthew an 18 yarder from just about anywhere. As I say, Robert does change it up during a match. He doesn't keep to the same script. He's not giving Matthew exactly the same shot as Matthew hit down from B balk.
So that's optimum distance on
on the west boundary. Yeah, so same length shot as Matthew has faced. If it was out on eastern boundary, break's probably no more difficult to make, but it's.
And he's just done that to change it up? Or?
Yep, I think so. Just very tricky to take a roquet off someone, so you can do as much as you can to put them in a different thing. So Matthew's thinking, okay, am I shooting from A balk or B balk? I don't think he'll be thinking, why'd Robert do that or any of that stuff. He's well past that type of thinking, but we'll just keep this simple, give it the best swing.
So that's a Solomon grip, is it?
Yep, that's good, Solomon. Strong grip. We're talking about his stance and his grips quite earlier on.
Oh,
and
okay.
There's a bit of movement in when he's getting ready and it's on a stalk, but then it's rock solid from this point on. It just doesn't move. When he comes through on the shot. A little bit of wobble there. Gets himself in position. And that bit there is, I think, is the good bit. It's just steady as.
Yeah.
So Robert will have a double, and the other small things. You never know if that's, Robert's change up and was part of the miss, Matthew, but it's, I like Robert as a player. I think the very, very best. But I like those little wee touches that Robert has in his game where he just
Changes
it up at the right moment.
Yep. So he's brought yellow out to get the double on the 2.
Yeah, it's a narrow double. He's certainly got it. So there's not going to be a mill either side of the gap. So it's well set.
Another good angle. Yep.
Oh, that's wide of the red, wasn't it? Always off the mallet. It was always wide. Oh, Matthew finds himself in a good position in game 4, being able to have the opportunity to put the first break in again. Oh, it wasn't a bad shot of Matthew, a little bit of a lazy swing. I think a nice powerful shot rush past the yellow and load that red towards 2 and control the rush, but it's all capable of keeping it all going. He plays at a good clip and good pace, so you don't want to change that from Matthew.